Hello there. Welcome to this webinar, 5 critical factors dissatisfied couples must know to rekindle their love, intimacy, and enjoy a satisfying relationship. I'm Nancy Ho, also known as Happy Nancy. I'll introduce myself in a moment. For now, I'd like you to be well prepared for this webinar because it just might be your breakthrough, your awakening. So please get a pen, paper, notepad, iPad, whatever that you use to take down notes. However, I would not want you to just take down everything that's on the screen, but those so-called light up bulb moments, those aha moments where the bulb light up. Because remember what I said? It just might be your breakthrough, your awakening. And the reason why you come onto this webinar because there's something in this title, okay, that attracted you. Perhaps you are not as satisfied. Perhaps the intimacy is not quite there. And you are not having that joy that you once had. So you come to the right place. All right? So, do you have some of these mental struggles? For instance, resentment, distorted communications, intense arguments, negative feelings evoked at the sight of a partner. You angered easily, feeling stuck in a relationship, and you start questioning yourself. Is my relationship doomed? Do I want to save it? Can it be saved? If you have 1, 2, 3, or all of it, then you are definitely in the right place. I can so relate to your struggles because I've been there, done it. In fact, the list of the struggles was what I used to face day in, night out. I have so much of these mental struggles that it stressed me. In fact, it got me depressed. And one day, I found the answer. I found the key. And today, I am absolutely in this wonderful relationship. The closeness that we have, the happiness, the joy, it's hard to describe in words. But you know what I mean. When you see each other, you're looking forward. In fact, it's the highlight of the day. With all the stresses that you may have, with all the challenges that you may have, with all that crazy stuff that's going around the world, all this doesn't matter when you're with your partner. When in bed, you just feel close to each other. Intimacy is not just about lovemaking, but it's really just, when your skin touch, when you're just next to each other. And I'm sure you want that. I found the answer, and this is the reason why you are here today, because you will also get the key. However, I need to be brutally honest about where you are. I'm not talking about self-blame. I'm not talking about pointing fingers, but you need to be brutally honest. I'll get to that more so in a while. So let me introduce myself. As I mentioned, I'm Nancy Ho, and I'm also known as Happy Nancy, a life coach, a relationship coach, and a clinical hypnotherapist in the last 20 years. I help with life's problems, especially those big turning points where simply throwing money at them will not resolve it. Okay? So, my vision is to end suffering for dissatisfied couples to fall in love again and enjoy their future fully. This is my vision for you. All right? This is my vision because I've ended my suffering. I've ended my suffering, and this being in love, it's possible. It's more than possible regardless where you are at this stage. Even you're at the, at that brink of divorce, you can save it. All right? So please pay attention. Stay throughout to the end. All right? So what will you learn in this webinar? 5 massive mistakes that couples make that unconsciously sabotage their relationship and cause misunderstanding. Discover how a simple mental shift can help you gain clarity about your relationship. 5 steps to finally rekindle your love, intimacy, and enjoy a lasting relationship, and the ultimate lavish point to fall in love again and again. But remember, I said early on, please be honest, brutally honest. Then you'll get the most out of this. Okay? My promise to you is not going to be some superficial, common sense stuff that, oh God, I know better, Nancy. You don't have to tell me that. All right? So it's not going to be superficial. You have to stick right through. Okay? So let's start with 5 massive mistakes that even loving couples make unconsciously that cause disagreements, negative feelings, and stray relationship. What is the first one? Massive mistake number 1. Lack of understanding towards your partner. Are you someone that tends to only look at your own perspective, your own anger? You know, the anger that you're at. This is who I am. This is what I think. You know, you should be doing that. You are wrong. You know, what I call the outsiding misunderstanding. That means you think that your partner is the cause of A, B, or C. Well, I'm not saying that certain things that your partner, did, there's absolutely no truth. But what I'm saying is, whatever you think or whatever you feel is only coming from your thoughts about him or her. And hence, when that happens, you lack this understanding because you're just only looking at your own perspective. Yeah, more than one road to go to Rome, isn't it? What makes a woman attractive especially, all right, is when you're understanding. What makes a man, really the man of the woman's life is when you're understanding. Being understanding is the magic. So please reflect. If you do lack this misunderstanding, this is the massive mistake that you have made. Take some note, okay? Take down. Well, this webinar is between you and the screen, so it's pretty private. Nobody's there to judge you. Nobody there is criticize you, and that's not what it meant to be. This is meant to help you. So if you are making this mistake, take it down. Mistake number 2, the need to be right all the time. Ring a bell? You just have this need to be right all the time. Well, I get it. I felt that way too, long time ago, that I'm always right. True to the fact, there are many things I'm always right, but serious? Really? Really? Are you always right? Can we always be right? Or are we being just stubborn at what we believe that we are right? Okay? So when the need, especially the word is the need. And so what sometimes, okay, the person thinks you are wrong. So what? What does it cost you? Do you have to go into an intense argument just to prove the point that you're right? And right over what? A lot of things are very subjective. Serious. Very subjective, you know that, right? There are different ways to look at something, I'm sure you heard of this story about three blind men, and then these 3 blind men are led to this elephant, and they touch different parts of the elephant, and then they're asked to describe the elephant. So obvious, what's the answer, right? 3 of them gave different answers, and this is their perspective of an elephant. So, is there a need to be right all the time? Take that down if that's the massive mistake number 2. Number 3, the massive mistake number 3, poor communications. Meaning, not realizing you are on the wrong page. For instance, if now, we are both having the same book, and on page 10 or on page 50, I can talk to the cow come home and you said that, hey, come on, Nancy, what are you talking about? Right? And then I'll get frustrated with you. I mean, it's there, it's on the page. But then it's only when we realize that we're on a different page. So communications is not just talking and expressing your views. If you are on the wrong page, meaning, okay, timing, we all have moods, okay? We got to be a bit sensitive. Sometimes it's just not the place for it. You can be assertive. I'm a very assertive person, but I know the time and place to be assertive, okay? So once you realize that when you're communicating something and you're not getting anywhere, stop on your track, step back, check. Are you on the wrong page? Think a little now. Do you often find that you're on the wrong page? After all, men and women can never think alike. Remember the book, Men from Mars, Women from Venus? It is what it is. It's nobody's fault. Nobody's mistake. It's just, it is what it is. Okay. Is this the massive mistake number 3 that you make? How about massive mistake number 4? Reacting negatively when expectations not met. Mind you, in my years of this coaching business, 20 years to be exact, okay, coaching, training, in my hypnotherapy business, okay, I've seen enough couples, I've seen enough people that come through and they said, what's wrong with my expectations? Okay, and after there's an expectation that gets into the way, right? Think about it, right? 2% expectation, not the same, but that's not the problem. The problem is when it's not met. When your expectation not met. Look at this lady, okay, and this man, look at the expression. Because they are not fulfilling the expectation, they just react big time. The fight or flight. Nothing can be more negative than that. So, I tell you, a lot of couples make this serious mistake. Massive mistake number 5, last but not least, trying to deal with it without seeking professional help. Yeah, you get a friend, talk with a friend. Is that good? Well, sure, you just kind of like, having somebody to talk to. But do you know when your friends give you their perspective, they are not a professional. They're just telling you from their own experiences, and often it can be wrong. Wrong for whom? Wrong for you. So deal with it with the right professional help, not friends. All right, let me recap the 5 massive mistakes that even loving couples unconsciously make them. 1. Lack of understanding towards your partner. 2. The need to be right all the time. 3. Poor communications, not realizing you're on the wrong page. 4. Reacting negatively when expectations not met. And 5. Trying to deal with it without seeking professional help. Now, I'm not trying to make you feel bad about, oh my God, I make these mistakes. I did, big time. The reason that for you to realize that you make this mistake so that you can stop it. That's right. If you're not going to stop it, you're going to do, the same, okay, I'm sorry for a better lack of word, crap. Then what do you think you will get in your relationship? The reason why I call this webinar today is because you want to rekindle your love. You want to rescue your relationship. You want to make good. So, be brutally honest. All right? Close your eyes. Breathe. Take long, slow, deep breath. Just center yourself. Let go of all that negative energy, all that negative thoughts, disturbed thoughts, or the feelings that's no longer relevant for you right now. Just let that go. Perhaps as you breathe out, see this black smoke as you exhale. That represents all that does not serve you. Breathe in deeply. Exhale completely. Beautiful. Be realigned. Get back to the center, your core. Now open your eyes. All right? Perhaps take a snapshot of this slide and then be mindful to stop it. And you can. I did it. So when you stop this mistake, and then now we can move on to solutions. 5 steps to finally solve your struggle in your relationship so that you get ultimate joy and satisfaction. Okay. Step 1, grounding. Now pay attention on this. This is really key. All feelings come from the principal thoughts created in the moment. Now all feelings, that means whether it's positive or negative, is still only coming from the principle of thoughts. The 3 principles: mind, consciousness, thoughts. Okay, once you get this key and you awaken, all your so-called problem will just like water down the duck's back. It's 180 degrees, flip. Yes. Now I'm not saying that, let's say you're angry, okay, and I'm saying you're just making it up, you're just thinking about it. Well, whether it's true or not true, right or wrong, put that aside altogether. What I'm saying here is whatever that you feel can only come from your thoughts about him or her. It cannot come from your feelings. It cannot come from the person. It can only come from your thoughts about the person. Yeah, even happy things. Okay, even you feel so happy about, okay, let's say your chocolate cake. It's your thoughts about chocolate cake. Now, why is this important? Because the moment you awaken to this, then you are empowered. You're empowered what to do with your thoughts. You no longer so-called become a victim of your thoughts. You now become the master of your thoughts. Example, what do you want to do with it? Is it something so important you to deal with it? And is this the right timing? Or perhaps it's really nothing, because we all have moments of not feeling good, so it's just perhaps just that moment. Or it's just being, insensitive at that moment. We can be insensitive at any one time, right? We got our moods and we got our moments, as I said, yeah? So you're empowered what to do with it, rather than, you start to overthink and overthink and overthink, and then what happened? You don't even know it's a thinking, but your feelings get overwhelmed, and then you start to say things that are not nice. In fact, more than not nice. And then you end up, making those 5 mistakes that I talk about. Okay? So, where do you think a lot of times that we don't feel good? Where do you think that comes from? I'm talking thoughts, okay? The thoughts about it. Okay, the underlying is this: insecurity. That's right. Insecurity is the cause of distress and all counterproductive behavior. When you feel so stressed up and you know that you shouldn't do it and yet you do it, you know you shouldn't say it and yet you say it. You know what I mean by counterproductive? It's because you feel insecure. And of course, where does insecurity come from? Some level of fear. And where does that fear comes from? Thoughts. Yes, thoughts of insecurity will spontaneously enter your mind. You have no control over this, but you do have control what you do with thoughts. Sometimes ignore it, because many of us are not brought up conducively towards success. I'm not blaming our parents. It is what it is. Okay? But then, for some reason, some of us tend to associate our past with the present. Sounds familiar? And when that happened, then, spontaneously, all this kind of, let's call it negative thoughts, okay, that stir up your insecurity would just spontaneously enter your mind. But when your grounding is strong, that means you're awakened to the fact it's just thoughts. Then you're empowered, as I said early on, what to do with it. Okay, the step 1 is really, really big. All right, let's go to step 2. Assumption kills. No one mind reads. Yes, no one, okay? Even I picked up impression as I picked up, the energetic impression. I cannot mind read. Nobody can. So please communicate clearly and logically with your partner. All right? Often, I'm guilty about it too, in the past, that I may have something that I want to say in my mind, but I thought I say it, and then I start saying so-called the body, right? And assume that he should know what I'm talking about after he knows me so well. No, you have to start clearly. So-called introduction, body, conclusion. Tell him or her what you want to say, then say it, and then conclude. Say what you have said. It's not repeating. If you really look at it, remember when we're young, we write composition? It's the same concept. All right? So don't assume that the person knows it, okay? Because you've been married for 20 years, okay? Or you grew up together since as a teenager, you knew each other since then, or you have gone through a lot of thick and thins. Yes, it's true, he or she may know a lot about you, okay? You have been through a lot, but still don't assume he knows what's in your mind. Communicate clearly, and most important, remember, ensure you're on the same page, not on the wrong page. Okay, step 3, check for understanding. Why do I think the way I think? Not check his understanding first, check my understanding. Okay, if I'm telling you something, okay, check my understanding. Why am I thinking the way I'm thinking? What was that about? Okay, and then ask your partner if he or she, understand what you say. Why? What you said meaning, it's not just the meaning, it's like your thoughts, your intention, your purpose. That's right. Your intention, your purpose. All right? When that's clarified, then there's no misunderstanding. There's no misunderstanding, your communication is clear. All right? So even, often I say this, okay? Agree to disagree. We cannot have two persons just have the same idea and we must have the same idea, then we are a couple. No, we can have different ideas, but we don't have to fight about it. Agree to disagree. It's very healthy regardless. All right? Especially men and women. We just think differently. Okay? We have different ideas, different philosophy, and it's not negative. That's why you're attracted to each other. You were attracted to each other in the first place, because opposite attracts. Get it? Okay, now step 4. Awareness. Yeah. Let go of things you cannot control. I often say that we are all control freaks to some degree. Okay? The intensity of it. We are all control freaks. So what does that mean? It means know what you can control and what you cannot control. The moment you know you cannot control something, let it go. All right? Don't need to be right. Don't need to, forge forward like a bull, You're going to, in the end, you're going to get hurt. Your relationship going to get hurt. What is the point? And you know how to let go. Come on, think of this metaphor. If you did not know that this brick that you're going to pick up is hot, and the moment you pick it up and oh my God, it's hot, what do? You just drop it. It's the same thing in the mind. You don't have to ask me how, because often a lot of clients that come to me say, oh, okay, Nancy, I get it was letting go, but how to let go? Okay, my answer would be, how do you walk? You know what I mean? How do you walk? Don't complicate it. Make it simple. Just let go. The moment you know you can't control, let it go. Back off. Just back off. Once you back off, okay, clarity will come. Okay, I'll give you a metaphor, right? Imagine this pail of muddy water. But at the bottom of this muddy water, okay, are gems, okay, amethyst, sapphire, ruby, what have you. And I ask you to, come on, look into the water and you see these beautiful gems. And then you said, no, I can't see anything, it's muddy. And then what do? You start stirring and stirring and stirring, trying to see where are the gems. You can't see it. What do you have to do? Stop. Let go of trying so hard. Wait a while. Just let go. And then you find that those so-called sediments will just sink to the bottom. The water clears up. Voila! You see all these gems. It's the same with our mind. It's the same with our thoughts. If you keep stirring your thoughts, then you cannot have clarity. And hence why the awareness. Good. Now step 5, unlearned and relearned. What skills do I need to make positive changes? Yes. What skills do I need to make positive changes? Especially if you've been married or in this committed relationship for some time, okay? You know that, our goalposts so-called shift as we progress, as we grow older. So therefore, there are always skills that we need to relearn. We need to drop certain things, unlearn, all right? And of course, none better than you just need to learn it from professionals in that relevant field. Sure, you can go and read self-help books. You can go and pick up a nice book, a relevant book to read. Sure, that's one way to learn. But nothing beats when someone guide you, someone take your hand, so to speak, to walk with you step by step. Particularly so, of course, stay in context, how to make your relationship work all the time, how to make yourself attractive all the time, how to communicate effectively all the time, okay? And all that, closeness and intimacy, all right? How do you foster it? How do you rekindle it all the time, okay? Unlearn, relearn, and 100%. You'll find a relationship is just beautiful. It's just so joyful. I've done it for myself. I say that again. That's why I'm doing this, That's why I'm so excited about doing this relationship rescue program, because it is workable. It is workable. I've got at least I'll say plus minus about 2,000 couples that I've helped. And they have gone on to live a really blissful life, and the love is just so close. It just keep growing. Yes, like everything else in life, nothing stands still. Either it goes backwards or you go forward. Either you rot or you grow. All right, nothing stands still. So you need to keep fostering this, keep making this love so alive. Okay, I'm sure you have all these 5 steps, and some of you may already awaken. So you have 3 choices now. Okay, what now? The 3 choices. 1, have a fresh perspective, a fresh start. Yes, don't deal with things that same old. You need a fresh perspective. That's choice 1. 2, stay and cope stay and coping in this tense and stressed out relationship. And 3, of course, go a separate way. You said, no, Nancy, all that you said, yes, makes sense, but you come to a point, I don't think it's any possible. So you're just going to grow a separate ways. 3 choices. Which one would you want? Okay? Obviously, if a second and a third, then there's not more than I can say. I respect your decision. However, if having that fresh perspective, a fresh start is what you want, would you want the ultimate shortcut to saving your marriage, to saving your committed relationship? That's the fresh start I'm talking about. So if that's what you want, set up. More to come. Yeah, more to come. Take a sip of your water if you have one, or take a deep breath. Okay, more that you're going to know about from now on. There are 2 paths you can take from this point forward. Path 1, you continue to navigate relationship rescue on your own. From what I've said to you, the 5 massive mistakes, the 5 solutions, and then worked it. Well, some people are pretty DIY. They are able to do that. I'm not such a DIY person. Okay, I have my mentor, I have my coaches all my life, and hence why that makes me an effective coach, because I know what it takes and what makes a good coach. So path 1, well, with all that I've said to you, you continue and navigate it on your own. What's the real cause of going at this alone? Weeks and months of agony. Lost of productivity and opportunity cost. When you feel bad, you know what it is like at work. All right? And of course, if some of you are in your business, then optional cost, or in sales, because you are not as productive. Time and energy wasted. I often say that. We can create and make many things in our life, but one thing we can't make is time. Okay? Once the time is past, it's past. So, tension and strain. Been there, done it. I know what that feels like when you're all this tension and stress. Ugh, isn't worth it. Wasting our time and others' time as well. Your own time, the other person's time. Something worse could happen, like some health issues. Okay? So, pay attention. Would you want the path 1? Or path 2? Let us take you through the entire process step by step. And I mean step by step. So that you can move away from pain towards a satisfying relationship. Smart couples take the fast lane to transforming their relationship. That's right. So what I mean by step is also what you are doing. The fresh start, as I mentioned, is about transforming your relationship. Regardless, even you want this only on your own because your partner is saying, no, it's not working anymore. Well, it still work. It still work. Even you are the only one that want to make this relationship work and not your partner. It works because all it takes is that shift to transform your relationship. So let me introduce Your Love Reignited. Don't you love the title? Your Love Reignited. Okay, what is? Is your step-by-step online system for transforming relationship, all the support and resources you need. So, bear with me. I'm sure you're very interested by now how this system is going to save your relationship, transform relationship, and allows you to live with joy and happiness. Let's have a look inside the program. You can, I encourage you to take a snapshot of each of the slides that's going to come on because there are a lot of information there, all the different modules. All right, so let's look at the first module. Module 1, the rescue journey. Get back on track in the relationship, being aligned and centered, establish mental stability, self-control, and accountability. All right. So module 1, focus on the rescue work. Yes, it's all the exercises that you will need. The mental exercises is that shift of the energy, is that shift of how to work on the 3 principles of mind, consciousness, thoughts. All right. Module 2, you must know the causes of a failing relationship, of your failing relationship. Understanding why, or rather understand why you feel trapped in the relationship. Discover the root cause of the rocky relationship, the downfall of a loving relationship, and why do conflicts happen to even that loving relationship. Okay? When you know the causes, you will never make this mistake again. All right? I'm going to deep dive with you. All right, it's not a superficial thing. I'm sure you may have heard, in the earlier section that I talk about the 5 mistakes and the 5 solutions. They're already giving you a pretty fresh perspective. All right, so when we go into this module, it's even much deeper. Module 3, understand the differences in relationship. Man, woman, they are never alike. We know that in theory, but we lack the understanding. How do I adapt to changes? Take control of emotion, okay, such as don't self-sabotage. Realize the type of combination do not work. And of course, accepting the differences between couples. In fact, I've just finished my book. It will be going for printing very, very soon. And I actually have this section, all right, on this understanding differences. And it's really, so exciting. Even after I've written it and I read and I said, wow, really good stuff, hey? Okay, module 4, overcome negative past experiences. Yes, often we allow the past to affect our present, but the past is not the present. So overcoming conflicts in the relationship, understanding the mental traumas of the arguments, how to get rid of the bad blood from past arguments and exit resentment and transcend into compassion and love. Don't you love it? I do, man. Yes, this bad blood, if you don't take it out, all right, unconsciously you will trigger. We don't live in an ideal world. Remember, there are differences. So these differences, if you don't get rid of bad blood, okay, you don't get rid of those resentment, it will come back and haunt you. And even how much you try, and especially if you want to try and navigate on your own, tough, man, really tough. Module 5, cultivate a positive mindset. Yes, it's cultivation, it's practice. So you learn techniques to get out of the victim mentality, how to stop overthinking that creates stress and anxiety, revive the loving feelings, gain clarity, and live your heart's desire. Wow. The advantage when you're cultivating this positive mindset, you also affect other people around you. Especially if you are a parent, you actually now can even do more positive parenting, because you know the term monkey see, monkey do? That's right. Children unconsciously picked up from their parents. So when you are stressed out, you're anxious, they learn that. But on the other hand, when you're having this loving vibes, when you have this clarity, your children look at you, your close ones, even your family, okay, even your siblings, they can feel that from you. All right, everything will just flow. I mean, seriously flow. Cultivation and practice, they are very important. In fact, I always say that we are always practicing something, but what are you practicing? So this module 5 is a lot of exercises that you can use. Simple to learn, simple to use. Okay. Module 6, effective communication, love and understanding. How to bridge communication breakdown between couples. Seek to understand before being understood. All right, does it sound familiar? That part about, the mistake that, you do not understand your partner. This is where it is, to address it. Speak the language of love and cultivate loving kindness with each other. All right. What goes around comes around. 7. The 3 Ds to a fresh start: delectable, delightful, and desirable. Being compatible is only a thought away. It's not as difficult as you think it is. Understanding the ultimate psychology of a person is the pathway to true love. The love model in practice. I practice this. Okay, I came up with this and I continue to practice this, and hence why I have such a loving relationship now. And bring out the best of each other. Focus on only the things that really matter to each other. Exactly. Things that doesn't matter, let it drop. Water down the duck's back. Finally, okay, module 8. Togetherness, closeness, and intimacy. 5 simple steps to a loving and lasting relationship. Committing towards blissful relationship. The ultimate love potion, a deep understanding of each other's desires and retuning visions, goals, and aspiration being together. Okay, they're just pointers. So I deep dive with you on each of these modules. Right, your love reignited. Each of the module 1, the rescue journey. Module 2, the causes of a failing relationship. Module 3, understanding differences in a relationship. Module 4, overcoming negative past experiences. Module 5, cultivate a positive mindset. Module 6, effective communication, love and understanding. Module 7, the 3 Ds to a fresh start. Module 8, togetherness, closeness, and intimacy. As I read it out, I'm really so excited because I said, wow, you know, this did it for me and did it for many. In fact, I would say up to today, I should have at least 1,000 over couples that have gone through this program with me, and they have moved on really to this satisfying relationship, this love, closeness, intimacy. Now mind you, this still works even for those that you think, well, my partner or my husband or my wife don't seems to want the relationship or is not cooperative. You'll be pleasantly surprised. Like the saying goes, when you change, they change, or he or she change. All right, so all these 8 modules. So what we will get when you enroll today? First, full access to all 8 modules. 5, fill in the blank response templates, because this will guide you to use the program in a more effective way. 100% online, so therefore you can watch it from any device. Free product updates, video, audio, and slide downloads, private mastermind community, as well as the monthly webinar. So this is what you get when you enroll today. But wait, I'm not done yet. I want to make this a no-brainer so you can get faster results. Yes, definitely. Why are you here today? Because you want results. And I am a very result-oriented person, and therefore this is what I will show you. You see results. And to boost these results, I gave you continued support. It's important, right? When we learn something, we practice something, it is very important that we have this continued support. So therefore, if the monthly Ask Me Anything webinar for the entire year, I will personally meet. Okay, I'm not going to designate this to anyone else, but only I personally will lead you step by step through our number 1 method for transforming your challenging relationship, and this was 2004. Are you paying 2004 for this? Well, you are not. But this is worth 2004, which I'm giving to you. And also, another bonus is the live workshop. Nothing beats, I'm sure you would like to have a face-to-face contact with me. So I have this Love Reunited live workshop. Yes, a lot of zest and busted, energetic feel to this. And it's worth $1,800. Again, are you paying that? No, but this is the worth. But I'm giving it to you because I want you to get results. And also for those that can't do the live workshop, we're going to do the streaming. All right, so you can still have me. Yes, it's better if you can come live workshop. When it comes to that, I'll give you some really good idea, tips and techniques that worked for me and work for many of my clients. All right, okay, so let me recap everything you get when you enroll today. The relationship transformation 8-week program, that's $495. The fill in the blank response templates, this 5 fill in the blank response templates, that's $95. The action guides for each module, PDF, video, and audio, $95. The monthly webinar, which is the continued support, $2,004. And the Love Reunited Love Workshop, $1,008. So if you total up, it's worth the value of $4,885. Okay? However, here's my promise for you. First, give it a try. If you're going to sit at the edge and say, oh, is this going to work for me? Well, it's your relationship I'm talking about. I could even put it's your life we're talking about. So complete this course and use a system. And in case you're unsatisfied with it, just email us your results, okay? Your thoughts, your ideas. And I see how I can still further help you individually. And if it still doesn't work, then we gladly refund 100% of your investment. And this money back guarantee, all right, is for 60 days. All right. After 60 days, you find that, oh, this is not for me. Tell us. See how I can help you. And if for some reason I still can't, I'll refund it to you. But I assure you, this never happened. All right. Because all my participants see results, and I personally pride my work. So I ensure that you receive the results, right? So if you were to enroll right now through our website, as I mentioned earlier on, your investment is $495. But I've got a very special deal for you today for attending today's webinar. I'm gifting you $400 off the price to enroll when you signed up before the end of today's workshop. That's right. $400 is taken off from the $495 when you enroll today, right? Before the end of today's workshop. So that means when you enroll in the Love Reunited now, you are only investing $95. Hey, $95 to save your relationship. $95 to get your love back, your intimacy, your closeness. Wow, what a deal. And not to forget all the bonuses that you get, isn't it? The continued, support that I'm giving you. So therefore, when you check out, just use the code SAVE400. So go to this website that you see right now, relationshipworthsaving.com/yes. All right. And therefore, you will only invest $95 to save your relationship. Just once more, I'm going to flash this. So you see again the worth that you're getting while you're just investing $95, you are getting $4,885 worth of value. But it isn't about the monetary saving. It's about saving your relationship. I'm sure you get that, right? I'm really like, oh my God, I know what is it like. I've been there, done it. The stress, the heartburn, the panic. Oh, everything seems negative when your relationship is not going well. But when it does, wow, as I'm enjoying my life now. Okay? We need a close relationship. Every human being need a close relationship, that closeness. Okay? So once again, I did it for myself. I did it for many, many, many of my clients. And now I like to do it for you. All right? So go to www.relationshipworthsaving.com/yes and use the Save 400 code when you check out. And thank you very much for attending. And I love to see you guys very, very soon. And I like to travel this journey with you. And this is really my mission, to stop suffering and to enjoy living, especially in your relationship. All right? Stay safe, stay well, and see you very soon. Remember, go to this website, www.relationshipworthsaving.com/yes. Okay, at checkout, put in the code SAVE400.